All right, Kenman here, and dinner is served. What's on the menu today? The Artisan Cutlery Arroyo. Getting torn down. Get ready for some dye, what everybody think. More dye project content. Sorry. Before we start, not sponsored by anyone, and I purchase everything at retail price, and I do these videos because I love discussing knives and sharing info and ideas with others. If you have any questions or thoughts, please feel free to comment below. Got the Arroyo by Artisan Cutlery. This is the first Artisan Cutlery in my collection. I'm pretty happy with it so far. I did swap the pocket clip to the other side just to carry it. I'm a lefty. I wanted to carry it a couple times. Some of the ones that I got for the dye project, I never moved it because I knew I was just going to be taking it apart soon anyway. But I did want to carry this one. Look at that look. Look at that. The lines on that, just the flow. Sweeps really nice. It's a liner lock. It's got a nice flipper tab action. And I notice on this one especially, there is this extra shine. If you look on that frame, all that extra glossy, like they polished this a little bit more. It just gives it a little bit more of that lustery shine on where the metal parts are. So when we dye this, we want that to still pop. So we don't really want to, what color do we want to do? But I believe this is dye number 13 in my series. I have a playlist. We'll put it right here, bow. And you can kind of check those out one at a time or watch them all or whatever. But it's been going really good so far, and it's been a fun project. And we're going to keep going with it. Okay. Let's get ourselves set back up. And I still have my knife giveaway competition. Everybody's competing. If you go to my main page, or you can go to this link right here, the video subscriber love continues, and you can enter to win a new knife if it's still going on. If you're watching this in the distant future, then of course it'll be over, but you are doing it now. You still have a chance to go there and try to win yourself a free knife. Fun little giveaway I'm holding. Okay, let's tear this down. We've got doesn't look like there's a captive pivot, which can be difficult sometimes. Let's go ahead and remove the pocket clip quick. The pocket clip has T6, which is a pretty common size for most pocket clips. I wish they would just do T8s. T6s have smaller little threads, so they have more of a chance if you don't push in there good that you can have an issue with. I'm going to close this for a minute. Ruining your bits or ruining the threads. These are also T6s, these little body screws here. I'm going to loosen both. See, I'm noticing it's already catching. If you loosen one side really good, when you go to loosen the other side, the spacer can spin free with that other side, then it makes it kind of hard to undo. But if you kind of loosen both of them kind of equally so that you can get them going free of that being connected to that spacer, makes it a little bit easier for getting them off. I had one where they were really cinched down on the one side, and so then that made it extremely difficult to loosen up. I ended up having to tighten something down on the other side just to get me some like leverage, I guess, to get those screws loose. But I found that now if I kind of do both sides evenly, you don't get those spacers stuck to one side, and it's fairly easy as long as you kind of pinch and squeeze together while you're doing it. You can put enough pressure against those that you can get the threads to come loose, and we get this thing apart. All right, and I am able to get that one going. And looks like that one is actually captive. How about that? Often it's got that They both have the T8 hex looking spot, but sometimes it still is captive underneath. All right, so we got one scale there. Look at how shiny that is. Am I right? I mean, I know I'm right, but it's just crazy that they really polished it up. I like the look. It just gives it that extra little bam. Classy. All right, let's get this completely apart. Throw that there. And there is, I don't see a little captive. Oh, there, okay, I see. See how it's flat on this side right there? It's got that flat edge. So when that sits in there, there is a flat on this circle right here on the bottom. And so that makes this one side a captive pivot, which is good. All of them should have that, so you don't have to go in from both sides. I had both of these out in case I wasn't able to get it to spin. Just a lot easier when you have it captive, that you can just get in there with one tool and do the work. All right, let's keep this all organized. Got our spacers and our stop pin, and now it's kind of stuck in there. I'm just going to leave it in there for now. It doesn't really matter. And we've got her completely disassembled. Pretty simple setup for this one. Not a whole lot required for it. Pretty easy design. We can see we've got these scales off now. If you look, it's kind of harder to tell. But there's these little vertical lines along here on the edges where it's chamfered down. And there's a little bit of a groove along the center where it kind of contours in. Those are going to stick out more when we do the dye. All right, you can see how white almost and light colored this jade happens to be on this one. What color should we do it? I did notice that you could see these the circles on the frame through the scale on the one side. Obviously there isn't circles on the other one, but you might be able to see those like I have on this Sencut Brazoria. We did this with a yellow, and you can kind of see the skeletonized frame, little X and the lines in there. If we do a lighter dye, you can maybe see those come through, which would be pretty neat. Another Sencut I have is Brazoria. Excuse me. You can see on here how the texture kind of sticks out a little bit more on those little line grooves right there. Those were kind of more subtle, kind of like on here. You can't see them quite as well, but once we do that dye, it is going to stick out a little bit more. Look at a few more dyes that we've done. I've got my Civivi Vision FG, which was white. Now we got it in this nice red. Thinking about doing this one in red. Personally, I do like red as a color for a knife handle. It's just got a nice amount of flash to it. Speaking of red, we did this Kubi Titus. It's nice, beefy, fun knife. I did this one this is a 2-minute. Red seems to go pretty fast. And this one I let it soak for 2 minutes and it got this dark. And the Vision was only 1 minute. You can see how much lighter of a shade, kind of a little bit more of a brighter red and a little bit darker red. Just that 1 extra minute in the dye. Also, I noticed because this was only in for a short amount of time, it didn't really soak into the G10 very much. And I kind of beat it up a little bit on that corner right there. You can see there's a little bit of white starting to show through. So if you have something like white per se, that dye, if it doesn't soak all the way in, can slowly kind of start to show up and you can kind of see it. So that's something to think about versus I think more on like the jade. If you look at this jade here, it's kind of see-through almost. And the way that the material is, and because it's kind of see-through, I think if you were to rub it off and some jade would shine through, the color would kind of hide it a little bit more with a jade versus like a white G10. It seems like the jade colors seem to soak it up, or it seems to show more true or kind of soak into that jade a little bit more than like the white. I almost wonder maybe if like the white, when they made that white, there's more in the material, so like this has a little translucence to it. So with that white, it's like thick white all the way through that material. So it kind of has less of a translucence. So the color of the dye is not going to soak through as much, if that makes sense. I think it makes sense. That makes sense, Nate? Yeah, all right. Well, what's everyone think? What color would you like to see? Have you liked how the dye process, the project has been going? They are kind of longer videos, but they are pretty entertaining, I think. I don't know. I like them. I got myself another feldspar because I like that knife. I just opened this Kaiser. Amicus? Sorry. Sun cut. We got a Kubi. I'm going to do a marble die with that one. We've got this CJRB Lago. Got a couple of the cheapos still. Oh, man, that felt stuck. The Grow and the Sativian. And then I've got my Civivi Mini Asticus still. So we still have a bunch of jade to do after the fact. So we're going to do that. The one we just tore down, we'll do that one next, the Artisan Cutlery, and then these will all be later. If there's any colors anyone wants to see on these, let me know. But we've done 12 of these now, and we've still got a bunch left. I can't say I don't have more on order that will be coming in the mail soon. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Probably do. But yeah, the artist in me is enjoying doing this kind of dye project, and it's been fun, and I've been liking it, and I hope everyone else has been too. If you have any thoughts or comments on it, please, I'm open to it. If you still want to get a chance to get in on that giveaway, win the free knife, you can go check that out quick. And just having some fun with the channel. I'm going to keep going, and hope everyone else is enjoying it as well. That'll be it for today. If you do enjoy what you see, please hit the like button and subscribe so you can see some more. Helps me out, and I really appreciate it. Stay sharp, and we'll see you for part 2 next time.